What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about the current state of affairs in the cryptocurrency markets. I'm also going to give my 2 cents into what I think about the recent 69,000 Bitcoins that have been unlocked that the DOJ has approved for sale, or distribution, whatever the proper word is, for them to get rid of if they'd like to. I'm going to talk about that. If that sounds good to you, hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, my friends. So first and foremost, talking about these 69,000 Bitcoins potentially being sold by the U.S. government because the DOJ gave them the go-ahead. I was watching this video by Crypto Man Ram was talking about it, and he laid out a lot of good information. So I'm going to give him a shout out because I will be referencing a lot of information that he shared in this video. But there are some things before I go over the information that he shared, I want to give my opinions first. My opinions are, and they have been since I first heard about this, that it's not that big of a deal, right? They're probably not going to sell all 69,000 Bitcoins. And if they sell 69,000 Bitcoins, are they going to do it on the open markets? Are they going to do it on the exchanges? No, none of these are on the exchanges. They're going to do it OTC. So if this was to negatively impact the price, the person who's buying, or the entity or entities that are buying 69,000 Bitcoins, they would have to sell them on the open markets in order to push the price down. It's not that it can't be bad for the price, but I don't see it being as negative of an impact as people might assume, just at face value, right? U.S. government wants to sell 69,000 Bitcoins. That's the headline, right? Okay, well, that means somebody out there wants to buy it from the U.S. government, right? Because if the U.S. government's going to sell that much, somebody's going to buy that much, or multiple somebodies. So my thought is, who cares? Sucks for America, sucks for us if we sell some of our Bitcoin. But secondly, if we were to sell all these Bitcoins, and even if we were to sell 69,000, we probably wouldn't sell them all at once. It would probably be distributed over a period of time. There'd be a selling kind of schedule or something like that, right? And I don't suspect that anybody in their right mind would just flood 69,000 Bitcoins on the open market it's the 10th today. In the next 10 days, by the time Trump's inaugurated, I doubt they're going to do that. So now I want to reference some stuff that was, Crypto Banter was talking about, which I think is very important and very kind of good information to have because it's factual, is that this information is not new. This whole information about the 69,000 Bitcoins being eligible for sell or distribution by the DOJ, that news was on the 30th. That's whenever that I don't know, order got approved or sent through, whatever. That's whenever it happened, was on the 30th of December. That was about 10 days ago. It's the 10th today, right now. It's the 10th. So 30th, or was it the 31st of December? Either way, right? It was a little bit ago already, and it's no mistake at all, my friends. Make no mistake that in the last 24 hours, this news piece came out, this story came out, this news, right? That's supposed to help you. The news is not going to help you, by the way. It never is going to help you. But the idea that you're going to read an article that says, oh, heads up, by the way, the U.S. government's going to sell 69,000 Bitcoins, and that comes out on a day where the stock market's closed. It was not Martin Luther King Jr. Day. No, it was a day that we were mourning Jimmy Carter. Rest in peace, Jimmy. But the stock market was closed. The stock market was closed, and there's a lot less volume being traded in crypto. There's a lot less volume being traded in crypto, you guys. And most of the time, legitimate moves happen during the weekdays, like during the open stock week. Illegitimate moves, or moves that get reversed upon, happen over the weekend or on holidays, right? So in other words, like if we move up during the weekend, you can expect to move down during the week. If you move down during the weekend, you can expect to move up during the week. I actually said this in one of my videos yesterday, that if we had a sell-off, and I wasn't expecting a sell-off yesterday in yesterday's Bitcoin video, but if we had a sell-off, we would likely reverse that going into today, going into the end of the week, and probably next week as well. We'd probably reverse that price action because it's not real, right? All of this happened, again, make no mistake, this news came out on this is the whole point, and I'm getting stuck up on it, is that the news of this came out on the 30th, the 31st of December. It's one of those days. And now we hear about it on the one day of the week that we've got a holiday, or not a holiday, but a pause in the markets where we're shutting down the markets to mourn one of our lost presidents, right? It's no mistake that happened on a day where no volume was coming in, right? So it's definitely I think it was a coordinated event to create a lot of panic selling and fear across the markets. If you're one of those people who did panic sell and you felt a lot of fear and emotion. You know, not financial advice, I'm not a financial advisor, but you probably made a bad decision, right? If your decisions were made off of emotion, and I would expect nobody in the past 24 hours would have sold for anything less than an ounce of emotion. Literally any selling that happened over the last 24 hours, unless it was a short-term trade that was intentional to take profits, unless there was any kind of thing like that, it was probably emotional. So if you are the type of person who's gotten out of the markets, I'm not financial advice, I'm not a financial advisor, but damn, man, you are getting out at a really bad time. You are truly getting out at a really bad time, guys. We are about to break out. We're about to see new all-time highs, not just in Bitcoin, but across the space, and that's what I want to end the video with. That's kind of the point of this. I'm going to go over some charts just to get that right, and the real essence of this video, beyond all the things, beyond saying who cares about the 69,000 that the DOJ just approved for sale? Who cares, right? Beyond that, I want to say buy the dip. It's the time to buy. It's not the time to sell. You want to buy when people are scared. You want to sell when people are euphoric, right? And it's way harder to sell when people are euphoric than it is to buy when people are scared. Because when you're euphoric, you can be euphoric for weeks, man. You can be euphoric for months. Like, things can just keep going. It's crazy. You don't know when that ride's going to stop. But whenever there's absolute fear and panic in the markets, like there is, like right now, it's pretty obvious, right? You can smell it just walking down the street. So if we're looking at the charts here, you look at Bitcoin, first and foremost, I think that we are about to break out and move higher, because here we are finding lows at the same area that we've been finding lows at for the past month and a half. Anybody here who's saying, well, the more that you interact with a line like this, the more likely you are going to break through it, you know, we've seen moments like that where that wasn't the case, like right here, right, all the way back here. We interacted with this area. Maybe you could even say it was like this. I don't know, but like true to these lows, or truer to these lows, line of best fit. We interacted with this a bunch of times, and we did go a little bit lower in those lows, but it was a fake out, right? Same kind of thing over here. A lot of lows at this line. We did go below this line, but it was a fake out, and then we ripped really hard. So could we go? For Bitcoin, could we go a little bit lower? I suppose it's possible. Here we are, you know, our lows at 91.25K. I suppose it's possible. I don't think we do, but if we were to go lower, I doubt that we were to, you know, we probably won't go below 85K. We probably don't go too much below 87K, even if we even go below 87K. You know, we're at 93.5K now. Regardless of what we do, whether it's down or up, down and then up, or just up, we are going to be moving up soon, right? Bitcoin very likely is at an area, a very key area to bounce here. The last few times on a daily perspective, if we look at the RSI, you've bounced potentially here, you bounced there, you bounced there. We've bounced here before. We've found support in this area several times on a daily time frame, right? On a 4-hour time frame, every single time, literally every single time that we found a low throughout this price range here, every single time it has been at the oversold zone of the RSI, right? We were oversold for a little bit, low point. Oversold right above the oversold zone, but still low point, and then we went up. Oversold right down here and low point. Oversold right here, just a tip, but guess what? It was the low point, right? Didn't quite hit the oversold zone, but you got close to it here in the RSI, low point. Here we are, oversold now. We have higher lows on higher lows. This double bullish divergence. We moved down without volume increasing. I guess it kind of did, I guess, to be completely fair. It's kind of consistent rather than increasing. I don't know. I suppose it increased. Whatever though. Bullish divergence so overwrites that anyways. I think that we are at an area where it's conclusive enough that we've bounced every single time here, like quite literally, right? Take that away and you can just see. Bounced here, bounced there, right? All of those. So anyways, now looking at the others chart, if we look at the others chart, reason why you should be buying and not selling right now for others is we are on the precipice of breaking out across new all-time highs across the board, right? When this breaks above its all-time highs, that means on average, the majority of the altcoin market has broken out to new all-time highs too. When the majority of the altcoin market breaks out to new all-time highs, do we stop as soon as the party gets started, or do we keep the party going for a little bit? We'll probably keep the party going for a little bit. So we're right on the precipice of doing that, guys. It's definitely not the time to sell. It's an ideal area to buy, and this is the last thing I'll leave you with. This is the absolute last bit of information I'm going to leave you with, okay? I'm so freaking confident right now that the market is about to pump that I'm going to put in some more money tomorrow. I'm literally going to put in more money. I've got money going onto the exchanges. I sent it over today. I'm going to be putting on an undisclosed amount of cash, but it's a decent amount of cash. And I thought that I was done making purchases for the rest of the cycle, but I'm so confident that this is a prime opportunity to dip that I am going to be making a purchase tomorrow. I will let you guys know what I'm purchasing. Hint, hint, spoiler, it's probably going to be Sandbox. I will probably buy some Sandbox. If it's not Sandbox, I'm looking into TRB, Track. like TRAC. Mana is always on the table as well. Bitcoin Cash is always on the table, but most likely I'll probably be buying some Sandbox tomorrow. So just gonna go heavy into it. I would buy some right now, but the exchange I'm using didn't clear all the funds. I've got like some of the funds. I should probably buy some now. I'm probably gonna buy some now. I'm gonna buy some Sandbox right after this video. So I'm gonna post this video, let you guys see it, and then I will buy some Sandbox literally at these prices. What are the price at right now? I'm gonna have to make a video on this anyways, but let's see. 57 cents. I'm buying Sandbox right here. So now that I've bought it, most of the time when I buy something, it tends to drop 20% the next day. So just wait a day, and then you should be able to have a prime opportunity to buy. So if that sounds good to you guys, hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. It's by the dip territory, so much so that I'm literally I'm getting money, man, just to put into the markets right now, right? I've got other things that I want to put my money towards. I'm about to move. I've got dental appointment for my daughter. I've got a bunch of different things. My car's got issues. I've got all these kinds of things that money could go to, but we're gonna scrape the barrel and put some money into the markets because it's too ideal to buy here, man. I like quite literally it is. So buy the dip, hit the like button, buy the dip, and subscribe and buy the dip. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.